Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rise and Above podcast. Today, I have my friend Evan Winters with me. You know, it's funny because I always want to say Evan Hafer because I listen to podcasts, and Evan Hafer,
is he the Black Rifle Coffee
he
guy?
is, and I'm a huge Black Rifle fan. So every time I say Evan, that's what I would think of, and so I always catch myself. But how are you doing today, Evan?
Doing good. And it's funny because we just bought some Black Rifle like a week ago. First time ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's the best.
We had to run up to Walmart to get something. And I was like, hey, we're out of coffee. We went down the coffee aisle. And I was like, oh, let's try some Black Rifle. I've never gotten it before. I haven't even heard of it.
They have a coffee that's my favorite. It's called Fit Fuel.
Okay.
And has like a picture of a kettlebell on it. It's red and blue or whatever. And that's the best.
The one we got had like a Sasquatch type of guy on the front.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that one's good too. I've had a bunch of them.
Do they do whole bean though? Because that's typically what we get, but they didn't have it. They were just at the ground stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know that they have a storefront, like a Starbucks type thing. I think it's in like Colorado or something. So that's kind of interesting.
They're out of Texas, I think, right?
Yeah.
Austin.
Something like that.
And where everybody is now.
Yeah. Have you been there?
No.
Austin? Oh my gosh. We were just talking about the tech industry. That place is crazy. They have Waymos driving around, which they're also bringing to Detroit here soon. I don't know if you've seen that.
Is it because they all left California and went to Texas?
Probably. Yeah, no, Texas is crazy. I took my kids and we went to Dallas, then we went to Austin, then we went to San Antonio. So we kind of did like a tour all around Texas. And Austin is crazy. I mean, everything just tech there, and it's so populated. It's kind of crazy. I didn't really enjoy it.
No,
not with the kids.
No,
but
it's probably getting to be too much too. Like I've heard the cost is crazy there now too, and
yeah,
I've been to just outside Dallas, things like Grapevine, just for like some conferences there a few times. But that's really the only time I've ever been to Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it down there. Dallas was nice, overpopulated. Austin, same thing, overpopulated. But we stayed just outside of the city, like north of the city, about an hour, and it's called Lake Travis. And that Lake Travis kind of links up to Lake Austin. It's more of like a river, but we were on like an island, like some old resort that people like, buy these Airbnb type things now, and that was a pretty cool experience. Staying there and seeing the sunset and everything. It was fun. But
yeah, no, I think it'd be fun to go out to Austin. I like barbecue a lot, so I know they got a ton of good stuff.
They have Terry Black's. We went to Terry Black's.
Yeah, that's I think that's a place Joe Rogan always talks about. I mean, I don't listen to that podcast as much as I used to, but
I don't know.
That's always one that they throw out there.
Yeah, no, that one and Stubbs, and there's a couple other ones too. Yeah. Terry Black's is really good. I went last year. I went to Austin. I went to Joe Rogan's Comedy Club.
Oh, did you?
I went to
the Mothership.
Yeah, the Mothership. That was a fun experience. I went to his comedy club, then I went to his comedy special in San Antonio, and that was very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to Terry Black's then too, and yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it just got a little too political for me for a little while.
The podcast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I just can't. I can't listen to this all the time.
It seemed like I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan because I've listened to Joe Rogan for years, but it seemed like ever since COVID, almost every single episode has become I need to like make a point to talk about how they tried canceling me.
I mean, it was good, that he had a platform that he could talk and wasn't, censored, but I can't listen to that all the time. Just get me somebody that's going to go talk about deer hunting or, I'll listen to that, but I can't listen to that stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I actually just listened to an episode yesterday with Miranda Lambert was on.
I saw that she was on there.
I was like, good. It was good, but I don't know. I don't know her story. Like I want to know how she like started, and he didn't get to that.
He just kind of like assumed that.
He assumed and just kind of talked about they just kind of talked about random things.
Yeah,
just still cool, but I want to know her story. How did she get started? Like, Was she playing in like dive bars and things like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think there comes a time when you kind of like, I'm not saying he's out of touch because he's the greatest, but you kind of lose touch of like your audience a little bit.
Yeah, and I think when you listen to something over and over, like I used to listen to a few other ones all the time, and I kind of just like, it's time to find something new. I don't know.
Yeah.
You just hear the same voice, and it's it's the same person, so they're gonna have the same message all the time, and it's
Yeah, absolutely.
so you go find new stuff, and then you come back to it, and
Yeah.
kind of bounce around.
Yeah, I find myself doing that a lot lately. I mean, I watch Kill Tony every single week. That
Yeah, I've never.
Oh my gosh, dude, you got to watch it. It's hilarious. If you just want to like while you're driving or whatever, throw it on. That's what I do. I'll throw it on, and every now and then I catch myself like looking at it because I watch it on YouTube, and some of the people on there are like, "What in the world?" But yeah, Kill Tony, and then I watch a lot of YouTubers now, like Jesse on Fire. I listen to him a lot. He's a like a ex MMA fighter or something,
Okay.
and he covers a lot of political stuff. But he's just like a commentator. I've been intrigued with Candace Owens a lot lately, because of the whole Charlie Kirk thing. And she's been like, I mean, a lot of people hate her because of, she's extreme, and she's very opinionated, but I think she's also very intelligent, and she also goes deep, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
So
she's got to have a big security.
I would hope so.
So, I just see clips of it on like TikTok, and I'm like, oh, you better have armed people all over the outside of your house right now.
Yeah, no, I'm worried for her. Yeah, it was a crazy moment though, with the whole Charlie Kirk thing.
Yeah, it was. I was at home, and I think I saw something like probably TikTok, just flipping through, and I was like, no way. And then Megan walked in, and I was like, hey, Charlie, somebody just shot Charlie Kirk. And then I saw the video, like the actual, and I was like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, he's in critical condition.
No.
I saw the picture or the video, and I was like, I wish I hadn't saw that, but he's dead. Like, there's no way. Like, there could have been a hospital that they walked in like 2 feet away, and there's no way.
I watched the interview with his wife, Erica, today, actually, right before this, and which I probably shouldn't have done because that's like a weight when you watch somebody grieving like that. It's not something that you should watch before you engage in a conversation with somebody, but it's kind of heavy. But she was talking about how, like there was hope at first. They thought there was hope that he might have lived, and I remember what the same reaction. I saw that. I'm like, there's no way he survived that.
No, and
you could watch the way he slouched over.
No, and like
blood,
I'm a deer hunter, and like you shoot a deer in the neck, it's like done, like instant, like it's done. It goes right to the ground, like it's over.
Especially with as much blood was coming out.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's he's not gonna make it. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
No.
Yeah. No, I know. Like I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, I wish I hadn't saw that." That was not good to see.
How do you unsee that?
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a crazy moment in time.
Yeah, because it's live too, right? Almost like it's not different, but it is because so many people saw it. That's
instantaneous,
right? Too. Like, and there's however many people at there and saw it live, and then
I think there's like 3,000.
Yeah, and it's like it's being shown on TV. And it's not different, but you have other people that die, but you don't see it, and like you didn't like see that person. Yeah. So it seems like it's different. It's not. I mean, they're both people, right? And I think everybody has the same value, but I think it was just so like hard because it was like a person that was on TV all the time, and then like everybody saw it happen. So that's what makes it. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's probably the first time in modern history since technology that we've been able to witness something like that. Yeah. I mean, like the JFK thing happened, and that was actually interesting too. When I went to Texas, I went to Daly Plaza, and that's a weird place to be. Like, you have like this feeling, like,
isn't it small too?
It's so small.
I heard that. Like somebody said, like when you see the video, you think it's like this huge area.
Yeah, you think it's huge.
It's like tiny.
Yeah, I literally was driving through Dallas, and I'm like, I wonder where that's at. And I'm like driving. I'm like, oh, this is it right here. And then I was through it, and I'm like, crap, I need to go back.
Yeah.
And so we, parked and then went and visited. And it was a weird place to be. People, taking pictures. There's plaques everywhere they can read, and um, it was just weird because you can, you see the depository, and then you just look, and there's markings like, he was shot here, and so it's not very far. The distance is not
Yeah.
very far. So like the theories of like, oh, there's no way he could shoot that far is like, you could totally shoot that far.
Yeah.
With open sights.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean that it definitely is like the first in, sense that like, I mean, obviously somebody hit Trump in the ear the summer before,
Yeah.
which that would have been, I mean, that would have been unreal too. I mean,
yeah. And there has been a couple other attempts since then.
Yeah. 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 When if you try to take out somebody, you're like, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, like when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
What is happening in society?
Yeah. Like, what are we doing? You can't do that. You just can't.
No, you
can't do that. Like,
you set a precedent.
Yeah. And that's a problem is now like people are like, well, I'll just go after people.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it was already like an intense climate to begin with, like you're afraid to speak your mind, or you're afraid to talk about politics because of what people might do to you. And then they take it the next step by, oh, well, we don't agree with you, so now we're going to take you out. And that's dangerous.
Oh, I mean, you replace him up there with Biden, and it was, I mean, it doesn't matter what side you're on. You're just like, dude, you can't do that. Like like, that is not acceptable response to disagreeing with somebody.
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, in the best, I think Charlie Kirk talked about it, but the best way to counteract a bad idea is to have a better idea and to debate it. That's the best way.
Yeah, I think it needs to dial down, and people need to stop hating people because they disagree with them.
Yeah.
Like, disagreement doesn't have to mean you hate them. Like, you could say something right now and I'd be like, yeah, I don't really agree with that. But like, I mean, there doesn't need to be a crazy reaction. It doesn't mean that like, hey, now I don't like you. I don't like you as a person.
Right. I think that that's the difference though in somebody who's extremely motivated and has goals and ambitions and is an entrepreneur. Like I notice with a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners and people that are successful, they don't really put people in boxes like that.
Yeah.
And if they do, there's like, okay, whatever, that's they're that, but they don't allow that to dictate how they interact with other people because you have to do business with them.
You got to do business with people, and and everybody was raised different. Like, I mean, there's like so many factors in people's lives. Like, even you drive down the street and you see somebody in the corner, and like most of the time people are like, look at this guy, right? But it's like, dude, you don't know. Like maybe he lost his parents when he was like 12 years old. And like, I mean, you don't have any backstory at all. There was, man, who was I was listening to something recently, and okay, I think I'm gonna get it. I can't remember the name of the no, it was comedian Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, okay.
So Jeff Foxworthy was talking about he started like, I think it was like a prison ministry or something, but he had gone to this, it's like a homeless shelter food type of place. I think of like down on Michigan Avenue here in Lansing, we've got the City Rescue, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking of. Is like he went in there and he meets this 21-year-old kid, really, and he's like, man, this kid seems to be put together. Like, I don't understand and he like got to know the guy, and he was like, well, my mom committed suicide when I was 10. And then my dad did when I was 12. And then my brother did when I was 16.
Oh my God.
And he's just like, well,
I'm here.
That's a lot to come out, like, to get through. I mean, so he, it's like, you don't know what happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to kind of judge people and put a stigma on them, but you really don't know what they've went through. I think about it in like the same aspect of, I was actually homeless as a child down at the City Rescue here in Lansing. And my mom, she lost us to foster care, and she was only 28 years old. And I think about that. I have 2 kids, and I'm like, I remember when I was 28 years old, I'm like, if that happened to me, that would ruin me for the rest of my life. Like losing my kids to foster care and then not being able to see them till they're 18. I couldn't even imagine. And then not being able to provide a life for them. Couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could live through that, honestly. And to think that she did that and it did ruin her, unfortunately. But you know, that's the story for most people, or a lot of people, you know, like they got something like that going on and then it defines them or it doesn't define them.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to define me.
Yeah.
But
No, it's you just don't know. You don't know, right? So
no, you don't.
give people grace and try to help when you can. I mean, that's if everybody's doing that, then we're gonna help people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Like there was something I was listening to just the other day. It was talking about it was like walking down a beach and I don't know what it was that all washed up on the shore. And it's like a dad and a kid walking and he's like picking them up and throwing them in. There's like thousands of them. And he's like, you're never going to put a dent in that. And he's like, yeah, but it matters for this one. It matters for that one. It matters for that one. Like, yeah, maybe I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to get all 10,000 of them, but maybe if I throw 100 of them back, like that's helping 100 of them.
Right. Yeah. That's a good lesson. Yeah. Have you ever given money to a homeless person at a light?
I don't think at a light. I have like walking down Michigan. Like if I was having coffee and I was walking I have given people money on the street there. But that was years ago. And probably in my head was like, they're probably gonna go use it for alcohol.
Right.
But like that's not the right way to think. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like that was kind of the way I used to think about stuff. But
I got hustled by a homeless guy. I went to a Lugnuts game and I came out and this guy's like, hey man, I just need a couple dollars to get on the bus to go to I think Williamston. He's like, I'm an electrician. I have a good job. He's like, I promise you, like I'm not like homeless or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I gave him like $5 and went on my way. And then the very next day I went to Taste of Country.
Yeah.
It was like country concert they had down there. And the same guy was out there asking for money again. And I'm like, no way.
See, that's the problem is a lot of people will look at it though and go, well, they're probably hustling me. But who cares? You know, at the end of the like that's kind of how I like if I give you $5 and you hustled me. Oh well, but what if you needed that $5?
Right.
You know, if you asked me and I'm like, hey, I got $5. Yeah, I got $5. Maybe it helps that person. Maybe they can go get some food, or maybe that guy hustled me. Whatever, I guess.
Have you ever seen that show? There's a show where they follow them around and they literally will watch them walk away from their post, jump in like a brand new Mercedes.
I've heard of that, like in New York City.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like they're living.
Yeah, they live in mansions and stuff.
But then those types of things are why people don't want to give money to anybody.
Yeah,
because they're like, well, what if they're hustling me?
I actually think that, and I don't know if this is like true, but I am kind of convinced that there's like an underground money, like homeless money ring here in Lansing. I've watched homeless people stand at their posts, switch posts, and then a guy will go over, or woman will go over to Meyer parking lot on the south side and get into like a brand new vehicle. Like somebody will be there picking them up and then they drive away.
So they've kind of got like a
pimp type thing.
A team.
Or a team. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm convinced that there's something like that going.
Well, I got some people we could probably call and find out. I'm sure they know.
So I guess before we get too far, holy crap, we've been going for 19 minutes already.
Yeah, it happens.
We did that the last time. I think we went for 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like, let's keep going. Unfortunately, I can't go for 2 hours tonight.
Yeah. So let's kind of brush up on your the business.
Sure.
You have AbleVu and you have Able Eyes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So so they're two separate businesses. Able Eyes was our first company, and that's kind of what I do day to day. So Able Eyes is everybody's seen real estate walk through 360 virtual tours that real estate agents use to show houses. So my wife, Megan, she was a teacher for 7 years. and then she was an assistant principal for 3. So back before she was even, yeah, she would have been a teacher at this point. Um, I'll back up even a little bit further. So in college, one of Megan's best friends, Jessica, was a wheelchair user, and they lived together. So when they went out to do stuff, they kind of went to the same 3 or 4 places because it's at Central Michigan University. A lot of the year it's cold, and they're using public transportation. So you get to a place and like, oh man, Jess really can't get in here. Then you'd have to wait to be picked back up. So they went the same few places all the time. And then fast forward to when she was teaching, she had a classroom that was all children on the autism spectrum. So if they were going to go to a park for like a field trip, what they would do beforehand is they'd go out and basically put together kind of like a book or a binder. They would have pictures of, hey, this is what the playground looks like. This is what the restroom looks like. Here's the bus we're going to ride on, and kind of just paint the picture of what that trip was going to be like
for accessibility purposes.
Helps lower anxiety.
Okay. With the people.
Yeah, with the kids. Okay. It's sometimes for individuals with autism, going to new places can cause anxiety. So that was why they like, hey, this is what this is all going to look like. So help lower anxiety. So the field trip went smooth. Then she saw a virtual tour and was like, oh my gosh, this is the thing. Like, what if these were at every park, every restaurant, every public space out there? Then families who don't have time to go do this kind of stuff could just log on and be like, hey, we're going to go to Tony's restaurant tonight. Hey, here's the virtual tour and here's the iPad. Why don't you walk through and look at the place? And then as we kind of dove more into it, it was like, well, this is more than just invisible disabilities. This is also, physical disabilities. Like maybe somebody wants to see what the ramp looks like, or how many high top seats to low top at a restaurant, or, where's the parking, and, that kind of stuff. So, so she ended up leaving the schools as an assistant principal in 2017, started AbleVu. So she ran that from 17 to what, like 22, 23.
I think that's when you were on last, right?
Yeah, probably right about then. And she asked me to come on end of 21-ish.
What did you do prior?
So I had 3 from 14 until 21. I owned 3 magazines that I started.
That's right.
Neighborhood magazines.
Yeah.
That were going awesome. And then COVID hit, and it was like, advertisers are like, we're not even open. Like, we can't pay you. And I'm like, well, I understand that, but if you don't pay me, like, that's how we make money, and I can't pay my mortgage and buy food. So I did some e-commerce while I was like transitioning out of that. It was really tough to be like, hey, no, you have to honor your contract.
They wouldn't honor their contracts?
Well, they would, but I was like, dude, this is tough because like I know these people. Like these are real people to me. They're just not like a business that I signed up to advertise with me, and I just don't care. So I was like, what happens if everybody just like says, I'm not gonna pay you anymore? So I was like, oh, I make most of the money right now, so I got to figure something out. So did some e-commerce and figured out Amazon, and I still do a little bit of that, but it's pretty hands off. And then she was like, hey, can you come for like 2 days a week and just help? And then 2 weeks later, it was like 5 days a week. That's all I'm doing. And then we started AbleVu. So Able Eyes, obviously, you got to go film stuff. Like it's boots on the ground,
literally the eyes.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go there with the 360 camera and film all the areas, and then go back and edit and all that kind of stuff. But her grand idea is like everywhere in the world should have this. Well, that would be really hard to manage. Not to say it's not possible, but I don't want to manage 100,000 photographers all over the world. So we're like, how can we scale this up? And so she went and formed this new company called AbleVu, which is like a trip advisor, if you think about it, of accessibility information. So if you go to a business that has a profile on our platform, you can click it, and if they do have a virtual tour, we can do those, or even if they did it with somebody else, they can link that there so people can open that up and walk around and see cool. that. Now you can also do There's audio tours on there that are available now too, because one thing with Able Eyes, obviously, is it's a visual tool. So if you're blind or low vision, um, the virtual tour isn't really going to be helpful for you. So you can create an audio tour of your business. You can put a bunch of still photos with alt text and descriptions of them. So you could go around and take pictures of your restroom, of the ramp.
Do you record them, or who
No,
records them?
the business. So the
Oh,
business
okay.
always has control of their profile.
Oh, okay.
So they can take stuff off. They can put stuff on. I mean, we can obviously help them. But there's accessibility checklists. It's really a hub for accessibility information. It's all there. And what the idea is that people can make their own decisions. So a lot of companies that are in the accessibility space will be like, this is an accessible business. What does that mean? Does that, because there's, disability has a huge spectrum. So just because it's accessible to one person doesn't mean it is to another. So we look at it as, we just want to give the information out there, and then people can see it for themselves and go look at it and go, hey, this is a place I can go to, or hey, maybe that really doesn't fit what we're looking for. Let's find another place. So they don't like drive there and then be like, oh, come on, man.
Right.
I thought this was accessible. Well, it is for Bill, but I guess it's not for Tommy,
Right.
So they can see it before they go there, save a ton of time on traveling. The one story that Megan always shared was her friend Joe. I think they went out to like the west side of the state, and Joe's a wheelchair user. It's Jess's brother. And Jess passed away in 15. And they wanted to go to a beach, and they were looking for those mats, the mobility mats that go out there. I don't remember how many. It was like maybe they went to 2 or 3 and they didn't have them. And then finally they found one on like the 3rd or 4th one that they went to. But if all those beaches that had been on AbleVu, Joe could have just went click, look at it. No, that one doesn't have one. No, that's the one, and driven straight there, instead of spending an extra 2 hours or whatever the time was on traveling to one, seeing that it's not, and then moving to the next.
Is there a way to search it, like to like where you can put in like options, like I'm looking for a beach with this accessibility at this location?
All right, so we're gonna need to call Megan on this. There might be. I don't know if you can filter it down. To be honest with you, that's what she runs day to day.
Okay.
So I can kind of give you the quick overview, and then once we really dive into specifics, because the problem is with tech is it moves fast. So we're on version 2 of the website, which we just launched. I don't know how many months ago, maybe like 4, but we're already working on the next one.
Wow.
And then we've got some other stuff that we're working on too. So
I wanted to ask you about that because I've talked to a couple of other business owners, and they talk about like tech, especially here in like the mid-Michigan area.
Yeah.
I talked to this one, I just talked about this on another episode, but this guy I met at the Mac, he owns a couple car businesses, super successful guy. And he was like, oh, I was just abroad for 8 months or whatever. I'm like, geez, freaking rich bastard.
Just say his name right now.
I don't even know his name. He owns I'll shout out his business. It's a foreign car repair shop on the west side of Lansing. It's right by the Lansing Mall, or right by the World Buffet over there. By Lost Trace, I think.
Okay.
Nuts.
Yeah. I wouldn't know the name.
It's right off of Saginaw.
Yep.
Anyways, he owns a couple of those places. And one thing he was talking about, how he came back from being abroad, and their technology, they're so much more advanced than like Lansing, Michigan, or just Michigan in general. Like as far as like technology wise and websites and apps, app development, all that stuff, we're kind of like on a slow incline. Whereas like the rest of the world right now, they're just like if you go to Austin, super tech. Everything is tech based.
Yep. So with tech,
is that an issue, or is it
so with tech, you typically, unless you have tons and tons and tons of money on your own, like if you sold a business for a lot of money and then you wanted to fund it yourself, you could do that. Or if you have a developer that's like a partner on this that would come in with you and be like, hey, let's start this thing, and then they can do everything on the backside. A lot of times you have to have investors. So we're on round 2 of investing, of bringing on investors right now. We did a round maybe like a year and a half ago, and then
I remember when you posted about that.
Yeah, and then we're doing another round right now. Yeah, I don't do a lot of that stuff. That's what Megan spends a lot of, like, right now. That's a lot of her time is actually meeting with different investment groups. But you need to bring money because it's like tech's moving so fast,
Yeah.
and you just need to like be on the next thing, on the next thing. So you
How do you
have,
guys stay up with the tech?
well, I mean, you need to have developers. We have a team that Megan works with. Um, but like this stuff's all over my head. I am not on any of these calls. I don't know.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm just a moron. But no, you have to have funding, and the money, the money runs out pretty quick. What's up?
I just got a notification said we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on
Yeah.
Facebook's end. All right. It doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
can upload it later.
Sure. Yeah, so you have to have funding, and like there's not, Megan talked to somebody yesterday or the day before that was like, man, Michigan is strange about funding. Like if you went out to like Silicon Valley,
They'll throw
like
money.
they wouldn't even like do due diligence on this stuff. They just know it's like very early in the stage, and like it's a risk. Like, why are they spending so much time doing due diligence on a company that doesn't have a ton of revenue at this point? Like, I mean, it's like, what's the idea? Like, okay, yeah,
Right.
we love that idea. That's something that'll take off. But here, she spends a lot of time in Metro Detroit with groups over there. That's basically where the tech money that she has, the kind of the groups of investing that she's gotten in with. I'm assuming there is some in Grand Rapids, but I don't think she's really in the Grand Rapids group where she knows people. She knows a lot of people in Detroit. And then Lansing is really working hard to kind of build up the tech industry here, but it's still very small.
What do you think about that the data centers that they were talking about?
I don't know.
You don't know anything about that?
No.
Oh, I'll pull that up.
Okay.
You can continue.
Yeah, I know, like there's a lot of like startup stuff that's trying to get stuff rolling here in Lansing. I know MSU's got some stuff. I can't remember the name. They have like an entrepreneur startup.
Like Leap?
It's not Leap. I should know the name of it. I don't know. I shouldn't talk when I can't remember the name of stuff, but yeah, the Michigan podcast. State's helping out with you said this was live, right? So, yeah. Michigan State's doing a lot. I'm trying to push that stuff in this area, and like our buddy Ruben does a lot with like startups and trying to boost that in the Lansing area. But yeah, it's smaller. Megan's had to do a lot in Metro Detroit, but
okay. So a UK-based data center has selected Lansing as the site for its first facility in the United States, pending Lansing City Council's approval. Deep Green's proposed data center would be built on a 2.7 acre vacant parking lot on Kalamazoo Street in the Stadium District. Where's that at?
Okay, so that looks,
that's BWL right there. Oh yeah.
So that's
so Wendy's is right here.
Yep. So do you know where State of Fitness is?
Yeah.
So it's got to be like just on the south side of State of Fitness facility there. Yeah, what is there? I don't even. Is it just an open like area?
I think it's an empty parking lot right now.
Data center, huh?
So the facility would occupy 3/4 of an acre and span about 25,000 square feet. City officials say the 24 megawatt data center would generate heat to be used by the Lansing Board of Water and Light for free. In return, BWL would power the facility through its existing grid. The 24 megawatts they need, we have that surplus in our portfolio right now. And so that's the biggest savings to Deep Green. And the win for us is we're getting that heat for free, a BWL representative said.
So like it creates a lot of heat, right? I mean, when you have, because I know that, I don't even know, China, Russia put a lot of these data centers underwater because it keeps it cool.
Oh,
so that must be, so these things get so hot. Is that what the idea is? Then the Board of Water and Light's going to use that
use the heat.
The heat coming off of that. How do you? There's people way smarter than I am. How do you take heat from a warehouse and use that to commercial buildings and residential?
It says officials say the project would produce $1 million in new city revenue to create more than 50 jobs in the area. It's incredibly important when we're talking about our industries and workforce that we have here. This will produce high-tech, high-wage jobs, an official said.
Cool.
Officials say BWL customers could even see reduced rates from the partnership. The arrangement would save approximately $1.1 million, allowing BWL to reduce budget expenses and minimize future rate increases, which is what everybody's been complaining about. But the minute they announced that they wanted to build this, you should have seen the uproar.
Yeah, I didn't hear any.
Travis had a funny post about it.
Did he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I stay like so in my lane. I was in a meeting today in Detroit, and they were talking about something, and it was like it was going to go to Governor Whitmer's desk for something. It was like a big part of like state organization. And they were like, they might get rid of that, and I was like, what? Like, you haven't heard about that? I'm like, dude, I'm so like blinders. Like, just like this is what I'm doing. Like, I don't know. I try to just stay out of, especially anything that's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I would say this is government, but it's not. I mean, we do a lot of we actually do a lot of work with the state of Michigan, some organizations, and it's great. The people are awesome, but I don't get like super involved in like what's happening in those in the government. Like unless they call me and they're like, hey, we just got cut from the budget, like, which hasn't happened, and it's great because the organizations we work with are awesome. We shouldn't cut them from the budget. But,
right.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, they announced it, and then there was a huge uproar about it, and then so they decided to.
What are they mad about?
It could create noise. We don't need more data. The heat, like, I don't know. People are just opposed to.
We're just like
to change.
They're doing it, so we're opposed to it.
Yeah. There's always a a certain group of people that oppose things like that. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't really know. Same thing as you. I don't really know a whole lot about it, other than what I seen. I seen the article, and then I seen the uproar, and then I seen Travis's post, and I was like, "Oh, this."
Yeah, I didn't see it. So that was the 5th. That was yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. No, I didn't see it at all.
And they killed it already.
Jeez.
But yeah, I'm the same. I try to stay in my lane with most things. Unfortunately, like doing the podcast, I have to kind of pay attention to like other things because it gives you something to talk about.
Yep.
And it allows people to hate you for it. So,
but it's funny because nobody knows like any of the background stuff. Like you see something like, what are these idiots doing? But like you don't know like what it took to get there and like what's all this thing working in the background. Like it's just it's all surface that people know. Like they're just mad that it might be noisy. Like, you know?
Yeah, like they might not even know what a data center is.
I don't know what that's gonna entail.
Yeah, I mean, other than providing some sort of heat and possibly making my bill cheaper.
yeah. I mean, so jobs.
Yeah,
good.
50 jobs. Yeah. High tech jobs
might lower some energy costs for people that live in the city.
Yeah,
that's good. I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be some negatives though. I mean, there's a negative to everything, right? But I don't know.
Look it up.
But is it?
I wonder if I should put it in ChatGPT.
There you go. Hopefully you have the paid version.
I don't.
Oh,
I
man.
I should.
Let's go. So we have the paid version, right? And I don't know. Can you talk to this one?
I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can.
So it's like it'll talk back to you like out loud.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Are you talking about Grok?
No, you can do it with this. So if you have the paid version, you can I can drive down the road and put this in my thing and click the button, and I'll be like, hey, I want to brainstorm some marketing ideas for AbleEyes over the next month. And they'll be like, hey, how you doing, Evan? Yeah, let's start. What do you want to talk about? Or, what do you think you want to focus on? And I'll throw it out to them. They'll be like, hey, here's some idea. And like, literally you can go back and forth. Megan did it one day, I think when she drove to Detroit and then back, and she was working on something and talked to it for an hour and a half. And at the end of it, they had it really narrowed down to what they wanted to do. And this thing talks to you like it's a human being.
That's scary.
I mean, it has voice inflections and everything. You almost want to be like, hey, I'm sorry, that's not actually what I was asking, but it doesn't have emotions. It's not a human. Right. Like you could be like, hey, don't say that again. And it'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, I won't say that again. But it's not a human. But it's really crazy.
I had Grok installed. I had the Tesla, and I actually just totaled it. But
did you?
Yeah, I hit a deer. So that was my deer for the year. But I had Grok installed on it, and so I'd just be driving, and I could sit there and talk to Grok. And same thing, I'd be like, "Hey, Grok, like, what can I do to make my podcast grow bigger within the next 6 months?"
Yeah.
And then it would give me like a breakdown, like based off of like, because it uses all the information I've already entered into it, and so it like helps analyze all that, and then like helps like build a plan for the next 6 months based off of what I do. And then I was able to like again hone in on like, okay, this is what I want to do. And then
do you know Jordan at High Caliber Karting?
Oh yeah.
So
I know of him. I've never met him.
So we're sitting there, I don't know, sometime in the last year. And I'm talking with Jordan, and he's like talking about using Chat GPT for stuff. And he's like, dude, you got to start creating these custom GPTs and like all this stuff. So I have like a fitness one. I've got Ableized marketing one. I've got like, so you literally teach it what you want, and it keeps learning and like refining and stuff.
So it's like a little file off to the side.
He used, and I'm not going to say any numbers, but he used it to like literally refine how his operations were at High Caliber.
Wow.
And it really made a huge difference.
Really?
Yes. Like he sent me a screen like video once he got back to his computer, and he's like, all right, do this and do this and do this. And he showed me how to do it. And I was like, dude, this is so cool. So I've got like all these custom ones too that I've got on there that like I could get on and be like, hey, I just want to eat some different food right now. I'm kind of getting worn out with, eating steak and watermelon,
meathead.
But it knows though what I want, and like it knows my workout schedule. It knows that I do sauna. It knows that I do cold plunge. It knows like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, all right, here's some new ideas. Like maybe you should do this. Boom, 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 boom. And here's your eating window. So you'll want to eat this at this time and this at this time.
That's
like it literally just knows what I want without having me to tell it, because I trained it on the front end.
Yeah.
And it just gives me new ideas.
How many people don't use AI for things like that? They use it for dumb stuff.
Yeah, they use it like Google.
Right.
That's what they're using it like this, right? Yeah. Like, so you're just typing it in like
I do that a lot too.
Yeah. But no, Megan and Colin, our oldest, went to Europe this summer because Colin's he's a freshman in college now. And that was something Megan wanted to do as a mom-son trip before we went to college. And they went, I don't know, Italy, Greece, France, I think in Germany too. I don't know. But she said they never used Google. She just used Chat GPT the whole time.
Wow.
Like, hey, can you recommend, give me your top 3 restaurants in Milan.
Wow.
That are seafood or like whatever. And it'd be like, boom, 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 boom. She's like, I didn't even use Google.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much more specific.
Yep.
I think Google actually just launched an AI search.
Google does something. I typed something into Google earlier today, and it does is it Gemini at the top? Yeah, is it Gemini what Google's is? And it'll break it down. But this I think is better. I mean, Google will probably make theirs better, but I'd rather use this.
Okay.
So yeah, if you dive into it, like it starts to get crazy, the different things that you can do.
All right. So it says, while data centers are essential for running the internet, cloud storage, streaming, and AI, like me, it's funny. It has a sense of humor.
Yep.
They come with several significant downsides. Here are the main negatives. High energy consumption. So data centers require massive amounts of electricity to power servers and to keep them cool. Some large facilities use as much energy as tens of thousands of homes. This puts pressure on local power grids and contributes to carbon emissions if the energy isn't from renewable sources.
But did you just see Bill Gates said that we don't have to worry about global warming anymore? So you can take that one off of there. I'm saying this all sarcastic.
It was a huge issue for a long time.
It was 20 years to scare everybody.
What was that movie that Al Gore put out?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. It was early 2000s.
That was right after he invented the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. The cooling system releases heat affecting local environment. I feel like that's not a bad environment though, because there's really not much there. It's not like people live right there.
Oh.
Many
and the Board of
rely
Water and Light's going to use the heat.
right. Many rely on non-renewable energy, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. Building and maintaining data centers also require huge amounts of concrete, metals, and electronics, which may have their own environmental footprints. Water usage, cooling systems often depend on evaporative cooling, which consumes millions of gallons of water per day in large data centers. Okay, yeah, high cost, land and resources. Sure. Okay, it goes on.
That's one thing that I've also never understood, and it's probably because I'm not very smart, but the water thing, like we're going to evaporate the water. Yeah, but it's just going to rain back down, right? Like, isn't that how the system's built? Like, it just comes back. Like, you don't burn it up and it never comes back, right? I don't know. That's just always been a weird one for me. Like, well, we're going to use too much water. Like, but
has that ever been a concern that we're going to run out of water? Like, we've never had a low amount of water.
I mean, not here because we've got unlimited water. Basically, in the
maybe
Great
if
Lakes,
you live in the Sahara,
like Vegas or something. But I've always just wondered on that. I'm like, but doesn't it, when it evaporates, just go back up into the atmosphere and then it turns back into rain? And then
I mean, I'm not a scientist.
I don't know. Like because that in my mind is how it works, but maybe I'm completely missing something that somebody sitting here that was smart would go, hey, you guys have no idea what you're talking about.
No, you guys are idiots. You guys definitely should not be talking about this. I think that my assumption of that would be when it breaks up and goes up into the air, it would have to be in a large amount, right? Like it would have to be like an exorbitant amount of molecules in the air, right, for it to rain back down.
I don't know.
So like that's what a cloud is, right?
Sure. But it's gonna rain back down at some point, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Again, we're too stupid.
Wait for Travis to text me like, you guys are morons.
Travis is gonna be like, you guys do not need to be talking about this. He's coming on the podcast in like a month or like next week, I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw that he was just on, or was that a replay of one?
It was a replay
of the one from a few years ago.
Yeah. See, that was another part of like me asking AI, like, how do I grow the podcast?
Sure.
And the thing is, you always have to be creating content.
Yeah. You go back and clip some old stuff.
So I'm just show it. Yeah, just taking old stuff and just putting it out there.
Think about like all the huge ones.
Right.
They do that all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, that person was just on that show.
Yeah.
And I like go back. I'm like, no, they're not. And it's from like 4 years ago. Right. They're just taking clips.
Right.
Using, and they probably have does this do that for you?
Yeah, this clips it up.
Does it create like the short clips and the long clips and everything?
Yeah, this is actually really cool. So once we're done, it'll save it, and then I could just be like, clip up, and it'll send it to my email. And then I can also haven't done it yet, but you can set it up to where it disperses to YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all at one time.
Oh,
or Instagram.
That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's all the time consuming stuff that just bogs you down.
Yeah, so time consuming. So like I try to release 3 clips a day.
Yeah.
One in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then one in the evening. That way I'm always like constantly staying in front of people's eyes. And it's helped the channel grow. I've mainly been focusing on like just the video portion of it, YouTube. Audio, I don't know. I feel like people listen to audio, but it's just kind of dying out. Unless you're like Joe Rogan, you're not going to go to Spotify to listen.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't really focus on that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah. YouTube is where I think I'm trying to grow my space.
How many followers do you have now?
525, I think.
So I thought, did you have 50,000 views? Or
I just hit 55,000. I'm actually,
is that what the number was? 55?
Yeah, I'm actually creeping up on 60.
Are you?
Yeah, and that was just a couple days ago.
But it's one of those things like it takes a long time. Like if you talk to these people that have built YouTube channels, they're like, what people don't understand is I post 6 times a day for 7 years.
Yeah.
And then on year 7, it was like, okay, now it's getting traction. And then it just, boom, and then it took off.
Yeah. And like the biggest thing is consistency too. And if you're not consistent, then you just kind of fall out of the algorithms. That's one, it was weird though, because I didn't record for a long time. I didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden I started getting all these subscribers, like, and I wasn't even posting anything. And
was their algorithm being like, hey, you need to post again?
I
like,
think
hey,
so.
like look at you're getting followers.
I think they were like, I think they were
trying to
like
like entice you to do stuff.
probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But
yeah, those algorithms are weird. Like I've heard, I don't know if any of it's true, that you want to post on TikTok and then get out of the app right away.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to sit there and look to see. So she's like, I don't need you. Like,
yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm over on Facebook right now. And they're like, no, we need you to follow. Like, we need people to see this. So you come back.
I noticed that when I post a video, because like oftentimes I'm posting when I'm at work. And so like I'll quickly post while I'm on break, and then I'll exit out and go back to work. And like an hour later, I'll come back and be like, holy crap, 500 views.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I sat there and watched it, it doesn't climb like that. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Somebody said that, literally post it and close the app and then go open a competitor app. Obviously they can see it. Like they don't.
Right.
Yeah. We don't track anything you do. Really. I'm going to go to somebody else that I know and talk about something that I would have never talked about, and you're going to give me ads about that.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that you're not.
I would think that they probably have something similar going on that you had mentioned prior to the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You know, I would assume that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. They've had it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what like AI does. Like the ChatGPT scrubs the whole internet and just competes.
Yep. There's so much cool stuff though with that. There's also probably going to be some awful stuff.
How do you perceive AI going in the future?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Like, I feel like it's just like anything. People are going to abuse it. I mean, there's going to be some really good stuff with it.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be, I feel like the people that abuse the stuff always just ruin it. I mean, they just ruin it for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like everything gets ruined because people are going to figure out how to, I don't know, steal your money using it. And, and then everybody's going to start doing that. And I mean, that's, I don't know. The AI, I mean, all the bots that are out there have almost ruined Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, what they say, like 80%, 90% of them are like fake.
Yeah.
And they're just from like China or Russia or somewhere. And it's just trying to get Americans to fight with each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a similar type of thing, right? I don't know. I think there's a lot of awesome stuff with it, but there can be a lot of bad stuff, especially when you talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about.
Right. Right.
Like all we see is like, dude, we can bring ChatGPT up and it's going to help me make my business better. Like it's going to help me refine this stuff and give me ideas. And and then there's people in the background like, oh, but we can do this with it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's always evil actors.
Yep.
And there's always people that exploit everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
The problem with tech though, is it's so like widespread. Like, I mean, it can go everywhere. You know, it's one thing before we had all that, like even before the internet and before all this tech was out there, like if somebody was doing something, it was more localized, where now it can just be the entire world where we're going to figure out how to, hack into this or that. And,
well, I mean, you see it again with the whole social media thing where we're like meddling in other countries.
Like we're not doing that too.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's
because I called Russia and China out, but we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I was gonna say, another thing I was using AI for. This is pretty crazy. Is I was like thinking about I should write a book like about my life, and I'm like thinking like how could I do that? And so I'm like trying to refine the search. I'm like, well, I want it to be like a leadership book, but something that like is about my life, kind of like an autobiography. But I don't want it to be an autobiography. I want it to be like a leadership book. And so like based off of that idea, I was able to break it down over a 45-minute drive, break it down and have it tell me like, so this is what your chapter should be. This is how you should write it. This is how you should formulate it. This is how you should do this. And you should spend this much time a day writing. And within 6 months, you would complete the book. And I'm just like, holy crap. And it walks you step by step on what you can do.
Can you tell it to like, hey, can you create a PDF of this for me? Yeah. So to like literally you can just download it and now you've got like an outline basically to work off of.
I met with the director of the MAC because I wanted to partner with them to like interview people and stuff. And through like refining the ChatGPT like discussion and everything with her, I was able to create a PDF right through ChatGPT and just download it right to my computer, and it was everything that I wanted in it. I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
Yeah, and there's like our oldest is in college now, and some of these professors are like, we want you to use AI.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously don't go, hey, I need a 20-page paper written with this MLL, whatever, style that there is, and it needs to be this, this, and this. Boom, print it. But
the research.
They want you to, because you're gonna use it.
Yeah.
And then there's some that are like, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
See, and I don't get that because it is a thing. So why wouldn't
you're gonna need to learn how to do it.
Yeah. What time? Oh, you gotta get out of here.
Yeah, here in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that it's like the whole thing when we were in school. They're like, well, you're not gonna have a calculator everywhere you go, so you need to learn this. And then here we are with a smartphone.
Push this button and I go, hey, what's 17 times 40?
Right. Exactly.
Boom, answer.
Yep. And it's like, okay, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with AI.
Yep.
I think. Yeah, I encourage my kids to use it. I obviously don't want them to like rely on it, but like I think it's important for like research. Like if let's say you're writing a paper on Christopher Columbus and you can use it, like you use Google, like, hey, tell me everything negative about Christopher Columbus. Tell me everything positive about him.
Yep.
What did he accomplish? Like, where did he go? Like all these things. And it can break down all the information.
Yeah. I saw something that said AI is not going to take your job. People that know how to use AI are going to take your job.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a super good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're almost, and I think Travis did this, but there needs to be like a master class on it.
Yeah, there should be. Like, I mean, there's so much out there too. There's so many different tools.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about ChatGPT, but there's, dude, have you seen some of these videos?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, my kids show me. And what did they show me? It was a UFC fight between Martin Luther King Jr. and John F. Kennedy. And it looked
real,
legit real. They're walking out of the locker room area with their music on, and and they're talking, and they sound exactly like them. They look exactly like them. They're walking out the tunnel to the crowd is going crazy. I was like, I mean, obviously I know it's not real because neither of them are alive. Right. But if you did that, like at some point they're gonna be like, hey, we can't use video in courtrooms anymore because we don't know if this is real or not.
That was my thing with the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I'm like, how much of this is real? Like,
once it goes on to like TikTok, how many people just are like, hey, take this video and edit it so the shirt does this, and does this, and then this guy jumps over this thing and does this weird thing.
Right.
Like, I don't know if that's real. Did he really do that weird thing? Like, if what's he doing with that weird thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if he did it.
There's so much skepticism surrounding all of that. I'm like, is this AI? Like, what is AI? Like, you don't even know anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was with my, my buddy Matt Gillett that owns Saddleback.
Yeah.
We were talking about that, and he goes, I mean, there's a part of me, very small, he might still be alive. But we were just talking about like how crazy the videos can be just edited, and he's
there's a conspiracy on that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't know. I was actually thinking about that today. I'm like, what if he is alive? I don't know.
But like they can put videos out there that give you that little bit of doubt of that was weird right there. Why did that happen?
Yeah.
What's the trap door thing?
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so much skepticism out there. I don't know. It's a wild terrain to navigate.
Yep. I just look at everything like this isn't real.
That's how I look at things too.
No,
like, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, none of this is real. This is entertainment now. This is like watching TV.
Right.
If I'm flipping through TikTok, everything is TV now. It's all actors. It's
fake. Like watching Fox News or CNN.
Yep. Yeah. It's breaking news every 4 seconds and people yelling at each other.
Right. That's funny. Well, we should probably wrap this up.
Yep.
You got to get going. Evan, thanks again for doing this.
Yeah, it was fun.
We got to do it again. That was way too quick. And
that's an hour short or hour less than what we did last time.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll hit the cigar lounge or something.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. All right. Well, thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Right, see you, everybody.